Guys, Make Me Icons got started with a WhatsApp group based in Kenya. He's teaching folks graphic design via his application. He spent $1.50 on Facebook ads to get his first 102 beta users. 64 are still active on a daily basis. He's making sure those metrics look good, and then he's launching a paywall coming up here in January for $10 a month, or about $30 for a quarter for a 3-month period. He raised $18,000 in pre-seed funding last year, is now scaling with his team of 6. Hey folks, my guest today is Tony Mumo. He is working on education technology at MarkMeIcons.com. Tony, you ready to take us to the top?
I'm ready to take it to the top.
All right. Who uses MarkMe Icons today?
Today, our users are mainly beta users. We are looking for people who are interested in courses like advertising photography, web design, and business skill set, which is our first courses that we launched with. So we actually started teaching people in WhatsApp groups. This was the test pilot for our concept to see whether we can use a chat room feature to educate people. So we did some Facebook ads, but about 100 students in our WhatsApp groups. So after testing it on WhatsApp is when we saw that it is a viable product if we give it full attention. And that's when we started building MarkMe Icons in 2021, December. And we finally launched a beta this year. So that's a bit of background of what where we've gotten so far.
And how many beta users do you have today?
Today we have 102 beta users and 64 active devices as of today.
That's great. 64 active devices. How do you define an active device?
An active device for us is a user who at least checks one session in a day of the 7 sessions that you have available. So that ranks as a daily active user for us. And it's a good metric for us to gauge the effectiveness of our classes. And the engagement has been low since we started, but we're at least able to see people clicking on our classes.
What's your most popular class today?
Today, our most popular class is web design skills. And this because in Kenya, technology is really evolving, and there's a lot of interest in websites, in software. So codeless web design is the best place for someone to start their journey, especially if they don't know coding. Because for me, codeless web design, it was my first attempt to building platforms. So codeless web design is a hot course in Kenya.
And you offer courses like Talk Like a Boss, Business Communication, Create Better Designs, and Graphic Design. My Photos Are Lit, so you teach people advertising photography, and you're based fully 100% in Kenya, correct?
Yes, our app is only available in Kenya as of today.
So it sounds like your first version was actually just a WhatsApp group, is that right?
Yes. So that was our first version.
How did you get the first 50 people in the WhatsApp group?
Facebook ads. So we have had quite a journey before we came to technology. We first started with video marketing. And during the video marketing phase, we really got to understand how to use Facebook ads. And in Kenya, Facebook ads are really, really affordable. For as low as 120 shillings, which is about $1, you can run an ad. So it was a platform for us to get to know how to target people within Kenya, especially in different provinces, because marketing in Kenya has to be really targeted depending on which community you are addressing. So during that phase, we really got to understand Facebook ads. So we just collected that information that we had, did some Facebook ads for WhatsApp groups, and that's how we got our first 100 students on WhatsApp.
How much did you have to spend to get one student on WhatsApp?
We spent around 5,000 shillings during that phase. So that would be at about 50 shillings. Yeah, 50 shillings a user. So that would be less than $1, maybe some cents.
Okay, so maybe like $1.50 per user that signed up, and you were just using your own saved money to run these ads, or did you raise capital?
I was using my salary at the time. I worked for a company called Samchi Group as a marketer. So with my salary, I was able to channel that money into my company, and that is how we got off. So at least I've had the experience of an employee, And right now where we are, I'm able to understand my team a lot better.
Oh, what's going on there, YouTube? Good to see you guys. Now imagine this. You love watching these interviews with SaaS founders, but imagine if we took all of the valuation data out from over 2,807 interviews I've done manually. Saves you a lot of time. Well, we've done this. We've built it into the beautiful interface inside of FounderPath. Check this out. I'll show you how you can access this in a second, but you log in, you connect your Stripe account, you see your valuation real time, you can see what it changed over the past 88 days, and even set goals for valuation this year. Now, the secret to valuation is there's many different ways to value a SaaS business. So the reason you're going to see 3 or 4 different valuations inside of your FounderPath dashboard, this is all free by the way, is because depending on who's doing the buying of your SaaS company, you're going to get a different valuation. A VC is going to pay a different valuation. Private equity firm is different. If you're going to do a minority sale, that's different. And if you sell the whole business, that's a different valuation. You can see all those when I hover over here. Right, so the teal is what a VC would pay, yellow is what private equity, and red is if you sold the whole thing outright. Now, what's cool about this is not built off random data. Again, you guys hear these interviews on YouTube. All these data are built from real-time valuation data points founders share with us on the show. So traction, 1.2 million, seed round, 3.7 raise, they sold 22% of their business. Go in here and filter by the event. Maybe you only want to see companies that have sold the whole business. Well, here are a bunch that have been acquired, the valuation and the multiple. Maybe you're going out right now and you're raising your seed round. Well, go in here and look at all this recent seed deals that went down, what they raised, what valuation they raised at, and what percent that they sold. There's never been a larger data set of SaaS valuations than what you can get now inside of FounderPath, and we're thrilled to bring it to you. All right, we're going to go back to the YouTube video here in a second, but if you want to check this tool out, if you want to jump in and sign up, you can check it out for free to get your valuation at this link, founderpath.com/products/valuations. Or if you go to founderpath.com and hover over products, click on get your valuation here and go ahead and sign up to give it a whirl. Again, all that valuation data live right inside the platform. I hope to see you there. All right, let's jump back into the interview. Who built or how'd you get the initial version of the app built?
The initial version of the app was built to a friend of ours, and this was bootstrapped from friends and family. So I met the developer when I was working in Samchi group. So he took a lot of interest in our WhatsApp group classes and how they were growing. And at the time, with the money I had, he was a lifesaver really, and took on our concept. And with the money that we afforded at the time, we were able to start the project. At the time, I didn't understand how slow it can be to build an app.
How much did you pay him to build the app?
150,000 shillings.
How many USD is that?
That would be
shillings. 150,000 shillings would be about $1,000 US.
Yes. So which was really was the most affordable. Also as a friend. So for a startup for us, it was the perfect situation, which at least got our project off the ground. We saw first line of code, and we were very excited.
When do you plan to start charging, or are you already charging for the app?
Currently, we're not charging for the app. We intend to start charging on 7th January. Currently, there is a mobile app awards going on in Kenya, and we've been nominated in the best education category. So we are using this opportunity to gain some creators for our platform. During the beta, what we learned was that we have a whole side of users who would like to use our features for their own classes. Mm-hmm. And once we learned this, we saw that we can give more creative ability in our platform. And we're working on that update currently. And 7th January is when we are planning to at least commercialize the
product. How are you funding right now, continuing to pay your developer friend to make updates to the application, or is he working for equity?
He's not working for equity. Currently, we have a venture capital investor called AfriNext Ventures. So AfriNext Ventures met us last year around September, and they were able to invest 1.8 million, which is about 18 if I'm not wrong, 1.8 million shillings. So that is the money that has kept us going up until now. And they're a very crucial partner in what we do. And they're really doing a good job of investing in very early technology in the country.
How much of that money, the 18,000 USD, how much of that money do you still have in the bank?
Of that, we have about 500,000 in the bank.
Okay, so that is what is 500,000? You have about 3,300 USD still in the bank.
Yes.
That's great. So how much are you going to charge when you launch the paywall in January?
The initial idea for pricing was about 4,500 shillings for a 3-month course. And as we are recruiting creators, we are advising them to keep their classes within that price range, at least for the first few months of the product, because affordability is one thing we're really trying to push for here in Kenya. And 4,500 shillings is where we would like to start pricing our courses for a 3-month duration. We're starting with short courses.
Very cool. Are you still getting users from Facebook apps or ads, or do you have another way to get users now?
Currently, Facebook ads are currently our only marketing tool. At the moment, we are not currently running more ads. We are still working on the product a little bit more. So we stopped running our ads about 2 months into the beta so that we focus on updating it and pushing a better product once we had gathered the information we needed.
And Tony, is it just still 2 people on the team, you and the engineer?
No. Currently, we are a team of 6 people.
6 people. What do the others do?
We have an analytics and design manager. So he takes care of our statistics. At the same time, he's a very gifted artist. He's actually the one who has produced the MarkMe icons. You can see them over here. Yeah, so he's the one who designs our avatars and keeps our brand alive. The other employees are front-end developer. So we are currently using Flutterflow to improve our workflow. And we have me and he's our creative director. So we too work on Flutterflow, which enables our work to go a little bit faster. My other team member is a chief legal officer. So she's the one who connected me to AfriNext Ventures. Was able to help me negotiate a favorable agreement with them. And then we have an education manager. So in our beta app, there's something called lesson packs. Lesson packs are ready-made content for users to consume. So education manager is able to write.
Got it.
He's really good at writing, so he generates such content. And then we have the developer. So that is the team I have right now.
Well, we're rooting for you. We hope the paywall launch goes well in January. You have beautiful artwork. You got your first 100 users, 64 active on a daily basis. Tony, let's wrap up here with the famous 5. Number 1, what's your favorite book?
The Bible.
Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building MarkMe icons?
Flutterflow.
Number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
About 6 hours.
And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
I am currently dating.
No kids?
No kids, yeah.
All right, and how old are you?
I'm 25.
Last question, what's something you wish you knew 5 years ago when you were 20?
That everything is going to work out and this is my purpose in life and I can't fail.
Guys, MarkMe Icons got started with a WhatsApp group based in Kenya. He's teaching folks graphic design via his application. He spent $1.50 on Facebook ads to get his first 102 beta users. 64 are still active on a daily basis. He's making sure those metrics look good. And then he's launching a paywall coming up here in January for $10 a month, or about $30 for a quarter for a 3-month period. He raised $18,000 in pre-seed funding last year, is now scaling with his team of 6. Tony, thank you for taking us to the top.
Thank you so much as well.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers. They try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.